Hello, and welcome to another episode of 20,000 Leagues Under the Internet. My name is Kyle Luck, and I'll be your captain this week. Wish me luck.
Okay.
With me, as always, are two mother beepers that I like to call my friends. One of them is named Darwin Spinks. Can you please just give some sort of affirmative with your voice, please?
Hi, I really appreciate you, one, self-censoring because it's 30 seconds in, but
Yeah,
also giving us two intros to work with potentially there. Which now both of them have to stay in because I've talked about them.
They're both. Look, I was never going to cut them out. I knew exactly what I was doing.
Got it. Okay.
And I was just doing it. Hello to the podcast. Yeah. That's three.
All of our listeners have tuned out.
No, they haven't. I
enough.
think they've actually gotten either closer to their speakers or turned up the volume. John Carr, please say hello.
Hi.
See, and John just was very kind on their eardrums.
Yeah.
How are you boys doing?
If you're blasting, you don't want me coming through hot.
No, but John is for people that are just listening. He is standing. So he might be a little bit more energetic than usual.
Yeah, a little more ornery, maybe.
He's literally got pep in his step.
Guys, I got a new desk.
Yes, he did. He's got the real Twitch streamer desk.
I plan on getting that weird like light up head thing to put my headphones on when I'm not using them.
Oh, cool.
And I'm gonna get all of the crazy LED lights installed probably next week. I got guys coming.
That's up
He's
and down.
got a whole team of people coming to install LEDs. It's awesome.
You like hire your LED squad.
Yeah. It's like
Don't get led on. Get the LED pros.
Nice.
Sorry, that was okay. Sorry, I wasn't sure if that was going to come
Kyle,
through.
you can't pitch the you can't try to pitch the ideas for these companies that we accidentally come up with. They have to just naturally occur, man.
You know how people when they do like try to do stage noise, they go rhubarb.
Yeah, or watermelon.
For us, it's always
trademark. When in actuality, it's just trying to like audio water stamp.
Yeah. That's not how it works.
We said it first. It's ours.
We used the word trademark like how people who are talking about gossip use the word allegedly just in case. I don't think they work the same way though. I don't know if using allegedly works like that though either.
Or when Michael Scott
allegedly
bankruptcy.
Allegedly declared bankruptcy.
Yeah.
You guys want to join me to the old wet market?
Yeah, I do.
So
at least it's not Market Watch again.
It's not wet market watch. No. It's
that was
just
confusing.
It's
confusing. That was even for me as a re-listener. I was confused in the moment, and then I listened again, and I was like, I'm still confused.
I like the idea that John's just a re-listener, like not a host of the show, just someone who happens to show up here.
He's also a fan. I mean, he comments the most out of any of our listeners consistently. I appreciate that.
That's true.
Come at me.
So, at the wet market, this is an old one. This is one that we kept. Kyle and I think we both said we saw it, maybe, or somehow it came up in conversation. But this is weeks ago. I literally have absolutely
no idea what you're talking about. I was told not to Google it. I was told not to, which honestly makes me scared. So
it should. And trigger warning for animal cruelty.
Oh my god.
I mean,
I had to put it out there.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. I've like had to really think about the story a little bit.
Well, and it depends on, okay, so
it's kind of heartwarming too, though.
So the trigger warning, animal cruelty, right? I recommend one, maybe skip forward a little bit, but also if you don't want to know more, don't Google this because there are graphic images.
That's true. That's true.
We aren't going to touch on that so much. More the legacy of this story. So, a couple of weeks ago.
What the fuck is this about?
We've built this up.
I know. I'm sorry. I've had a lot of time to think about it because it's been like 4 weeks since I found it.
I think it's even longer.
Probably.
Just get it over with.
So, at the end of June, there was this story that there was a shootout in Mexico, the shootout in the state of Mexico between alleged members of criminal group La Familia and the state police.
La Familia and the state police.
Yes. So, you know, that is not the story necessarily, but what happened is there were crime scene photos from this shootout, and they included the photos of a slain spider monkey that the gang had as a pet. Now, in the photos, the spider monkey is wearing a tiny bulletproof vest and a diaper.
It's true.
And somebody, I don't know how they're related to this organization or the monkey perhaps, but they made a tribute to the dead monkey. El Changuito, 2021 to 2022, and I'm gonna send you the tribute in here. And so this was making its rounds on Twitter.
Oh my God.
And it's a picture of the monkey in his bulletproof vest with photoshopped angel wings rising up into heaven. And
bunch of emojis.
There are
lots
a bunch
of crying
of
emojis.
And the praying emoji.
And it says El Changuito, and it says in Spanish, he is on his way to heaven, but he left a legacy. And there's another thing that I didn't realize was happening is that someone also made a tribute song, which I'm not gonna play for you here, but it'll be in the YouTube video. And they made a what's called a narco corrido, which is a corrido is like it's a ballad essentially. It's a Spanish ballad that has like a narrative story in it. So they made a drug ballad written and composed about the drug traffickers and the smugglers, and some of the lyrics say there are witnesses involved of how they executed him. The Changuito, which means little monkey, by the way, was not mean, but he was not timid either. And then somebody wrote and recorded this song, posted what is seemingly like a fan cam. And so it starts with the song playing, and then it has images of El Changuito, and then it cuts to crime scene photos from the shootout of dead bodies.
In the music video?
Yes, it's the craziest shit. I got like 25 seconds into this 2-minute and 15-second song, and I stopped and I'm staring at where it's paused, and it's literally a guy on the ground with like a blood splatter on a wall behind him.
Jesus Christ.
That's all about El Changuito.
It's still up on YouTube?
It's on Demonio TTV is the Twitter handle.
Es una vida muy corta. El chango no le tocaba. Alguien le robó su historia porque él vino a triunfar y a brillar en tantas cosas. Hay testigos de por medio. Cómo lo ejecutaron. El changuito no era bravo, pero tampoco dejado. Ya va con rumbo al cielo, pero nos dejó un legado.
But yeah, I was like, oh, this will be like a fun song that'll show pictures of El Changuito, and it's just a hard cut to a corpse with this Spanish ballad playing over it.
All in the name of a slain
all
monkey
in the
friend.
name of this little monkey.
There's honestly so many photos of this little monkey with his whole getup. He has hats on, he has chains on.
Yeah, the internet went kind of wild. Like this could have been, if it weren't so graphic, like Harambe 2. Because people really came together over El Changuito. And
like people on Twitter were really messed up over this.
Look, man,
and we're
people love their pets.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, they become like part of the family at a certain point.
Yeah, clearly this one was like part of La Familia. Like he was a fucking gang member.
Could you say that whiter, Heartland?
This dude was complicit. Yes. La Familia.
Shut up.
La Familia.
You know what? I'm not gonna feel bad about how I said that because I am white and it's the truth. And There we go. I have no accent. But I saw
Chico.
this and I thought it was fucking insane and incredible and sad and hilarious that this monkey got shot in a drug shootout.
Yeah,
where he is.
But I implore y'all, and hopefully Harlan, you can put some of the tweets up on the screen right now. It made some work for you, buddy. But there's some really fucking like solemn, like heartfelt tweets about El Changuito on Twitter, and it's just know the world comes together for wrongfully slain animals for sure.
Absolutely.
What really gets
he had
me?
no business. He wasn't getting a cut of that drug money.
No, he apparently died like latched onto his owner.
Fuck,
yeah,
dude.
Yeah. I think what really made it for me though is the tiny bulletproof vest and the diapers that he's wearing.
Yeah, he's got the diaper. He's 1 year old.
Yeah, exactly.
He has diapers on and a bulletproof vest. They were looking out for him.
I also want to say, like, don't own wild animals like this. This is bad. Don't do this either.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
We're gonna lump you right in with the Tiger King at this point.
Yeah, anybody that has like a monkey, a big cat, that you need to, like, somebody needs to arrest you. Straight up.
Unless you're working in some sort of nature preserve, in which case, good on you.
And even then, it's like, I need to see some receipts that you're not beating these animals because...
I mean, honestly, unless your last name's Irwin, I got fucking eyes for you.
Exactly. Yeah, if you're not part of the Irwin family, fuck right off. Sorry.
Oh my god. Guys, I know that I have a whole topic to get to, but this one fucking thing, before lifting the curtain a little bit, lifting the veil a little bit,
pulling back the kimono.
The kimono.
Listen, fans. I'm gonna give you a peek inside the kimono.
Inside the kimono, not just behind it.
Now,
fully immersed in the kimono.
Avert your gaze. Don't look at me while I'm talking.
I'm dropping the towel.
It was a loose tuck, and now it's all on the ground, and whoops, it's awkward for everybody. Okay, this is already going terribly.
We're all traumatized by the death of El Changuito 1 month ago.
The point is that we all have kind of stockpiled a lot of catch of the week, like, which are short little, internet tidbits that don't constitute an entire episode. We like to talk about the top episodes. There's one that I was like, yeah, I'll just keep kicking this can down the road and we'll just talk about it eventually. That stops now. We have to talk about this one right fucking now. And I thought I was gonna let it slide tonight, but we talked about El Changuito, and then I was like, cool, I'm about to kick off the episode. No, now we're gonna talk about this other catch of the week that's been pushed off for too long.
Yeah. Do we just
TikTok's out of control. We gotta talk about this shit right now.
Okay.
Sorry, John, what's up?
Do we just make this the catch of the week episode?
No, it has to be a part 2. We have to pick up what the fuck happened last week. We have to get there eventually.
We will. I promise. This will be short. I just want you guys to experience the same shock that I had, so we can move on. And okay, have you guys heard of vabbing?
Oh fuck yeah, dude! Fuck! Oh fuck yeah, dude! Yeah, dude! I have.
John, have you heard of vabbing?
I saw it. Yes.
Yep.
I saw it.
Cool. And conveniently, you two who are on the front lines of TikTok have chosen not to talk about this. We have to talk about
frankly,
this.
I did not see it on TikTok.
I
saw it. Okay. I saw it on Reddit.
I think I saw it somewhere else before I saw it on TikTok as well. I saw one person today reacting to one of, I think, the original video. And they were just like, you are fucking nasty. You nasty bitch. It was another woman saying it. It was hilarious.
We don't have to talk about it for very long because I don't really want to.
Yeah, it's gross.
But I feel like we have to. So, for the audience, and sorry for
trigger warning.
Let this trigger warning.
Sexual assault? I don't know.
Trigger warning again. Let's see if I have the dictionary definition up. Okay. Urban Dictionary defines vabbing as, quote, a new TikTok trend where women take their discharge and put it behind their ears or on their neck in an attempt to make someone fall in love with them or to get laid. It's supposed to be kind of like a pheromone perfume. Yeah. Yesterday, here's a quote. Yesterday, I tried vabbing and Peter asked me out.
Oh.
I
mean,
yes, please fill this one out, fellas.
I almost don't want to ask any questions because it's just...
When Axe isn't trashy enough.
Yeah. Yeah, is this the female version of Axe? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Girl, I tried vabbing last night and had the best sex of my life. Another quote.
Okay.
Okay. Like, okay, how about this? Okay, for anybody that's vabbing, I'd be very curious to hear their thoughts on if I took some of my pre-cum and put it under my ears. Would that be acceptable? I'm pretty sure it'd be sexual assault. So don't, just because.
Just don't do it.
It's fucking disgusting.
Oh my God.
Just take a shower.
There's plenty of like natural deodorants and like sprays and spritzes that come from plants and shit. Isn't that enough?
I bought some very nice smelling stuff recently. And you know, it comes in a small jar and you can get little samples of things. It's fun to explore, everybody. And it didn't come from my body.
I swear to
it doesn't have to be supernatural.
Yeah, I swear to God, I'm sure somebody started doing this because they were like, it's cheaper than buying all buying all those perfumes.
One of those like DIY hacks.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That make no goddamn sense. Like, why would you do this?
Yeah, why would you
Sure,
drill so many holes in that cooler?
But why? The cooler's ruined, and I don't care if you take a shower when you attach it to the top of your RV. Yeah. I don't care. I can't use it to cool my beverages down anymore.
Also, I'd be afraid to like attract like insects or bears. Like, just don't do it.
Yeah. Okay. Here's the thing, Dwight Schrute. I do think there's there's a big problem in general, and we can maybe make a whole episode out of this fucking
okay,
topic.
so I guess we're just gonna stay on this.
Hold on, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna transition hard into it. I'm closing the book on vabbing right now.
Yeah, vabbing needs to end.
Because I do think there's just a gullibleness or a need to feel included, that people just try these batshit crazy things that anyone with a fucking phone can suggest.
Yeah.
And then people just fucking do it. And then
I am I am glad that it's like just some weirdo on TikTok that suggested this and not somebody like fucking Gwyneth Paltrow. Because if it was Gwyneth Paltrow, she already got like a bunch of vaginas burned from telling everyone to steam their vaginas. Yeah, that was a thing, and like they had to put out a thing that was like, actually, we don't do this anymore. Like a bunch of people burned their vaginas because Gwyneth Paltrow told them to. So like, hopefully it will end here, and that's it. That's all vabbing was.
Let's just stop. Let's just stop it. Okay, guys. Okay,
keep the junk in the pants.
Blanket statement. Can we all just cut it out?
Can we just keep our fluids not on
inside?
No, I mean everything. Can we just cut it out? Can we just stop?
Yeah. Can somebody?
I like that as a general statement.
There's nothing specific about this. Can we just quit it?
If I could create a miniature black hole and let it suck me into oblivion, I would after seeing vabbing.
Just right into a nap. Just like
right into nothingness. Yeah.
I want to see that fan art.
Yeah.
Okay. Harlan getting sucked into a tiny black hole of his own design.
I guess I'll get on that.
Yeah, John, I'm only so good at
Get out the old
Photoshop.
All right, guys. Last week, we talked about worlds.com and cult-like activity within it, and I thought, funny enough, that we were going to be like a 40-minute episode on that one. I was wrong. Ended up there was enough for 2 episodes, kind of. So today we're gonna well the last little bit maybe I keep saying, hey guys, this is gonna be short, and it runs being an hour. I'm just gonna
setting yourself up for failure, man.
Yeah, look, we're 20 minutes deep, and Harlan and I got jokes and bits, so
yeah. Okay, we talked about worlds.com, we talked about Nexialist, we talked about the fucking cult of Saturn. We teased talking about Jimbly. We did not get to talk about Jimbly, so this week we are going to talk about Jimbly. Let's dive in.
I really do still stand by the fact that it sounds like a Jack Black exclamation. I can't unhear it in my head.
No, that's fair, dude. That's very fair.
I don't know if this is a good time or a bad time to bring up that there is a small group of people that do refer to me as Jimbly.
Oh, yeah. And I've always hated that.
Thank you.
I've never liked it, John.
Thank you.
You know, Harlan,
it seems rude.
I appreciate how much you're voicing your nose lately.
Yeah. Speak your nose.
We can't get it.
I don't want to get into it. I don't want to get.
We can't, dude. We're so far behind already.
Okay, we're gonna talk about this shit. Let's get a base again. Here we go. Worlds.com is for those who didn't listen last week. Let's just get a base really quick. Worlds.com was an MMO created by what the fuck was that dude's name? I can't remember his name right now. Ron something. Oh,
Kindred.
Nope.
Kinder.
You don't have this in your notes?
Kidron.
Not in today's notes, in my old notes for the old episode. I moved everything over to a new one, John.
Got it.
Ron Kidron, I believe his name is.
Patent troll.
Yes. He basically keeps this game alive so that he can sue other companies that make anything that involves a 3D world.
Just
collecting about $200,000.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Honestly,
From
seems like
lawsuits.
it seems like he should be making way more money than $200,000 a year.
Look, everybody should be making passive income at a certain point in their lives, and like this guy really kind of cracked the code.
Yeah, this guy's on some Gary V shit. That's for sure. He's on some fucking like just crypto bro level bullshit.
So what Worlds.com is, it's a 3D interactive world that is very dated looking. The graphics have not been upgraded since 1995. But it is basically a chat room that you can walk around in. And you as a player are also a creator. And you can build worlds that are essentially act as like web domains that you can give other players the URL to or the link to. And they can teleport to your world that you create. And then that world that they travel to gets logged in their little like log,
right?
Like world log, and then you can go there whenever you want once you've been there.
I will say, because I had to do some research in editing the video, I found the video that you were referring to with David Bowie and Steven Spielberg. And I did go to the Worlds Incorporated website. They have updated their website, but they are still promoting the David Bowie world on the website as like a main attraction.
Like 2 decades later, basically. They have not changed that shit.
No, it's so weird. And it seems like it was a lot of Worlds.com was music related. Like besides David Bowie, like there's like music rooms you can go into for like alternative and metal and all types of stuff. So,
yeah, they really wanted you to be able to interact with your interests and you know, brands that you loved, and obviously I think everyone was seeing the writing on the wall that they'd be able to make a shitload of money off of the users of this game because it was basically passive advertisement, and it made them seem cool and hip if they were in the virtual world. Yeah, with you know, all the cutting edge kids out there. So last week we talked about Nexialist and his creepy activity.
We did not talk about the incredible fan art that has been made of him, though. Like,
we did not.
I saw a lot of that in editing video. It's awesome.
Yeah. Did you include any of it? I haven't seen the video. The video edit.
I didn't include any of the fan art because it didn't come with a conversation. But
it's pretty metal.
It's pretty great. It'll be in this video now that we're talking about it.
It has to be in this video.
Yeah,
this one.
So, but we talked about his behavior, what he does, etc., etc., etc. Since recording last week's episode, I've actually found a lot of posts from Nexialist himself on various forums, where he is very active in reporting, in quote, all caps, "There is no cult on Worlds.com." He's very very staunch.
That sounds like somebody with a cult would say.
Yeah. That's exactly what someone with a cult would say.
Look, like, guys, there's no cult here. Like, what even is a cult?
Even one of my references from last week, Nexpo and Pazel, which are also the fucking content that I'm pulling from this week. Pazel found Nexialist in game and reached out to him and said he was doing a documentary, wanted to talk to him, and Nexialist just sent a YouTube link back to him. It was Rick Roll time, baby.
Oh, that's kind of disappointing.
So here's the thing. Nexialist. you constantly are going on forums and just saying strictly there is no cult on worlds.com, but you're not giving any other justifications.
Right.
If you want a platform to talk about this and clear your name, hit us up. I would love to talk to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so if you want to just tell your side of the story and how there is no cult, that's great, because I kind of believe you, but I also kind of don't. So come tell me about it.
Oh my god, please can we break this story? Please?
Yeah, we can listen, Nexialist. We can do that thing where we put you in silhouette and then we put monster voice over you, so nobody knows who you are.
that personally.
Harlan,
Yeah,
Harlan
exactly.
just downloaded Monster Voice for us, so I think like he's really itching to use it again.
Yeah, we'll use Monster Voice for everything.
I
mean,
really do.
I would love
Monster
for
Voice.
our first guest, our first fourth voice on this to be potential
himself.
cult leader.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, guys, so let's talk about where we left
Big
off.
fans of your work.
Honestly, your vibe, you got some sick drip, dude.
Dude, your
Real
whole
creep,
shit.
real creep level. Let's go.
Yeah, you fucking nailed it, dude. Let's talk about Jimbly. So there's a part of worlds.com called Ground Zero. It's one of the worlds that you can load into, and it's kind of the main hub that today's regular player base uses to socialize. That's the place where when you're there, you will see other players more often than not. It's when you leave Ground Zero, just kind of as an explorer, that you will all of a sudden be completely alone in Worlds, because the player base is... There's so much world to explore in Worlds.com, and it's void of... Like, unless you're exactly where everyone else is, it is completely empty and very creepy to walk around in. But anyways, that's where you go, and that's where you're interacting most of the time. From there, you can find a link to a place called the Travel World. The Travel World contains links to a shitload of different community built like worlds that you can travel.
It's like
to.
a travel agency situation.
Yeah,
So
it's like a
I just
travel travel channel
It looks
type
like
thing.
It
or?
looks. Yeah, so I just sent you guys a photo. It actually kind of looks like an airport, like
Destination
like
and arrival. Yeah.
departures, arrivals. Yeah. So right away
I
from the
thought
photo,
I
you
did-
can see
I-
there's a lot of.
I did think that
Sorry.
that said Trauma Town, so it says Tama
right.
Tama Town.
Yeah, it's Tomatown.
That's further
So
down
right
the
away-
line there.
Right. Yeah.
Right away, you can see on some of the tiles on the wall, there's a number of them in a row that say Jimbly and erotic. And then there's
Yes.
different things underneath. Like you can go to the Market Square, you can go to the Chateau, or you can go to Texas. All under the name Jimbly and erotic.
You can also go to mug. You can also go to mug shots.
Yeah, I
Yes.
love the like random like just actual places in here. Rainbow, Market Square, and then just Texas.
The
So
subway.
this is just a
Yeah.
you can see too right on the cutoff on the side of the frame there's a C on the end there. That's because that's the end of erotic on yet another tile. Point is, right away you can see there's a lot of worlds associated with Jimbly right away. Just like it's right there. So last week I was talking about how there were research groups from 4chan that were diving into this cult-like stuff and trying to find answers. To what like some of this weird stuff was. One of those research groups basically caught on this trend that Jimbly was somebody, basically. So they started going to his worlds, and they found one world that was, I think it was technically Market Square, but it basically, the world just is like a normal place. It's like, it kind of just looks like a shopping mall or like a strip mall that like has a bunch of modern shops. Actually, here I have a photo. I have a couple photos of it actually. I'm gonna send them to you guys right now. But it's basically like trying to recreate real life as much as possible. Like where would you, before the internet,
my
you would go
gosh.
to
Honestly,
the mall to hang out.
This just looks like a real photo of a real place to me. It's incredible, Kyle.
yeah, it's very vivid. But you can see like there's a bunch of shops around. There's a casino over there. There's
Building
a bunch of like
supplies.
hotel rooms. There's a PC store.
Yeah.
Casino. There's a bunch
Casino.
of stuff. And in the bottom photo there, you see that dude with the striped shirt and the
hard to miss him. Yeah.
Yeah, so that is actually the avatar of Jimbly in game.
He looks like he's having a great time.
I mean, he looks like just a guy.
He's attending one of his.
Oh, he's handsome. Look at that jawline. Wow.
He's attending one of his dance parties. So what they would do is they would all get together and chat, and then just some music would play, and they would all dance together. So I took a screenshot of a video that was documenting one of the dance parties, and that's what this is. But it was a social environment. And if you were anyone on worlds.com, you knew who Jimbly was, and you knew that his shit was legit because he put a lot of time into building his worlds, and there was a lot of content to explore that Jimbly owned. To me, it kind of feels like a real estate tycoon.
Well, I was going to say, he seems like a small business owner. Like he's
got places to go, experiences to sell.
He's got to do inventory at the building supply place. He's got to make sure Penny PC has got all their microchips. He's got a lot of stuff to deal with.
There's a lot of stuff to go. There's a lot of stuff going on.
How he finds time to have dance parties is beyond me.
I know. I mean, he's a DJ on the side, I'm sure.
Oh, for sure.
I wish I could show you, but like his moves are sick. Like he moves like a fucking a salesperson at a car dealership, you know, of the balloon type. Yes, he moves like that. So so this investigative group, I wish I knew their name. I don't. They were in the market square hanging out, but it wasn't long before they were approached by a user by the name of Macgaelic. Macgaelic, their avatar looked like a young, hot blonde woman in overalls.
Okay.
Basically. Macgaelic like engaged with them and was basically like, hey, welcome. I've only been playing for a week. Like basically like, I'm a new player too. You seem new, because you can always spot a new player on Worlds because of the way their avatar or like the way they're acting dance or moves. The questions they're asking.
I was gonna say the dance moves. They just got the default ones.
There is some truth to this too. It's very much like Club Penguin again, where it's like you have to gain access to certain emotes or dances. In this case, it's did you download the files to be able to use a certain emote?
Right.
So you don't just log into Worlds with all this shit loaded on. You have to like physically go get it. You know what I mean? So it's easy to spot a new person. I'm sorry.
By the way, I just want to make sure that I heard this correctly. Their username was Macgaelic?
Macgaelic. So Macgaelic.
Okay, yeah.
Macgaelic.
So I didn't think Gaelic could get more Scottish, but apparently it can. Yes. Macgaelic.
Put Mick in front of Gaelic.
Yeah. It's just like the most...
I've read that word. I've read that name a million times. I never even thought about that for one for 1 second. It's like fucking. Oh,
you know,
I'm not gonna.
You know how Gaelic is like the Scottish Celtic language. Well, Macgaelic is even more Scottish. Scottish people can't even understand it.
So fucking Scottish, man. That language has got a kilt on it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can like it's not
speaking plaid.
That language is not wearing underwear.
Not at all, baby.
Don't Celtic cross anyone who speaks that language. God damn it! Why did I say that?
That was pretty good though. I liked it.
Okay.
You're good, man.
Gonna leave it in.
That joke is 55 years old. and wearing Crocs to the cookout.
And it had red hair.
Hell yeah. Okay, so Macgaelic was talking to them, and then eventually this tells them like, yeah, I've only been here a week, but I've already gotten dirty, and now I know what this shit's really about.
Wait,
ruh-roh.
Meaning what the world of Worlds was really about. They had been here only a week, but have started to get a peek into what this was all about.
They themselves got dirty.
Yeah, Macgaelic themselves, herself was dirty now.
Got it.
So this was the investigators' first foray into like what would come to be realized as Jimbly's network, and it was clearer and clearer as time went on that Jimbly had built quite a large network on Worlds.com.
It's like the Da Vinci Code, but stupider.
It's also like, is it like, of course, the dude owns half the real estate in Worlds.com. Like, of course you're going to interact with Jimbly or know who he is or like, you know, like understand he's a VIP at a certain point.
He's like a New York real estate tycoon, but for Worlds.
Yeah,
You
it's
can't
like being
escape
in the
them.
Super Mario world and expecting to not run into Bowser. Am I right? Like, the guy's
Yeah.
got castles
Ayo.
all over the place.
Man, I love this. Sometimes I like to lift the veil a little bit on my notes. I started abbreviating Macgaelic to just Mac in my
Nice.
shit.
Yep.
So Mac starts to explain to the newbies, the investigators, that in order to enter Jimbly's network, his private network, and be granted access to his private areas and private events, you're getting a little taste of it with this little mid-town dance party. But if you want more,
Yeah, look, you want the caviar, you want the good shit, you want that good champagne, you gotta come back to the suite, baby.
This is just a taste of the good stuff. You want more?
how
You
are
gotta.
you gonna get back there?
Yeah, there's more where this came from, am I right? You want fine suits, you want good caviar, what do you want?
Pulls out a digital brick of cocaine and a knife. That's the good stuff. It's just
You
a
want a
taste,
taste?
though.
You want a taste of this stuff?
You got to snort it off the Book of Saturn.
Yeah, exactly.
So, or the Book of Loki. Excuse me. God damn it, Kyle, mixing up my cultish references.
Also known as the
within
Book of Lock and
Magic
Key.
Code. Yeah, Book of Lock and Key, or the Book of Lucifer.
Yeah.
Okay. In order to join Jimbly's network and gain access to all these exclusive things, you needed to provide a mugshot of yourself, like an actual photo of your face
From real life?
from real life.
Oh, that sounds like blackmail. Immediately
To-
blackmail.
That
To
is
Jimbly's email address.
the alarm bells are ringing as far as the cult is concerned. That's a big one.
So a lot of people did this because Jimbly had
'Cause-
fucking built this whole mystique of like he's the man. you know what I mean?
Go
Hold
ahead,
on.
John.
Do you guys remember when we talked about the Truth Social Network or fucking whatever? One of the dumb Trump things.
Yeah.
Where in order to get into the thing, you had to send a photo of your driver's license.
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
that.
yeah.
It's that, but somehow not as dumb.
Yeah. Well, I
So
was
just send
gonna.
a photo of yourself because I mean, honestly, you can send a fucking photo of whoever at that
Yeah.
point. Like, who cares? But for the driver's license one, that's harder to get. That's harder
Yeah.
to.
I know. Well, this is a primitive. This is 95, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
You know,
I was gonna
This is
say.
when cults didn't know too much about the net.
Yeah, it was literally these three cults on the internet. That was it in 1995.
This literally also is a time when people didn't really understand the ramifications of online interaction and privacy and what people could do to you.
Well, this is what
permanency
that's
of
what
it
I
all.
was that's what I was gonna say is we talked about the fucking scams episode. I can't remember what the real title of those, what they're really called, but like this was happening around the same time. Is like
Nigerian Prince
Yeah.
episode.
yeah, so. I guess it kind of makes sense because those were kind of still like a new thing to the internet.
Those are all the
All
rage.
the rage, all those email chains of Nigerian princes asking for money in return for you getting even more money. So like I get that it's a new technology and people don't know, are naive enough to think that people that exist on the internet would be altruistic to some extent. But like, come on, man! Like, why
Yeah.
would you give out your details? Like we were telling kids in the '60s and '70s, like, don't talk to strangers.
Yeah.
Why would the internet be any different?
Exactly.
It just blows my goddamn mind.
So once you submitted your photo
huh.
and you were invited officially, you would gain access to an area with, at the time that this article was written, was 30 rooms, but it's now currently 100 rooms that are lined with the mugshots of everyone
What the fuck?
Wow.
who has submitted them. So you walk into these rooms and it says the username and it's a photo of them above their username as you're walking through.
That is horrifying.
This is like early doxing, kind of.
Yeah.
What the
But it's also like,
fuck?
who are you? Are you doxing yourself or did you choose to dox essentially somebody else?
Hey man,
Like,
you could have said no.
Yeah.
yeah. I just wanted into Jimbly's private network.
What the?
I had to
fuck,
get to
dude?
the subway.
So room 2 was 100% just only photos of Jimbly.
This
Oh.
Also, I have a photo of him.
this
Real?
reminds
Like an actual-
this reminds me of that.
Real? Does he look anything like
yeah,
his
the
avatar?
real-
This reminds me of that
Kind
scene
of.
in Sin City where the serial killer guy has all the heads of the women
He
mounted.
fucking Kyle, he does not look anything like his avatar.
He looks related to Henry Rollins.
Yeah.
He looks like an older version of his avatar.
Yeah.
Who's wearing a toupee.
Yes, there we go. Okay.
I mean, that's a stretch. That's being extremely generous, Kyle.
I'm trying to connect the fucking dots.
His avatar is
No, I mean,
straight up fuckable. This guy ain't.
Would you fuck my avatar, bro? Would you fuck my avatar?
As a rule,
I want to know. Answer me.
Everyone on the internet presents themselves as the more attractive version of themselves. So Jimbly does.
And everyone right now is currently presenting themselves as an NFT monkey.
Correct. Yes.
Have you seen the cosplay? That's a whole nother catch of the week. All right.
R.I.P. El Changuito.
Where is this image of Jimbly post, like in Worlds?
In one of these rooms. So there's a bunch.
Just along with all of his other victims, he's got his photo too.
Yeah. So
I mean, do we even know if that's
room?
the real one? Do we know if that's the real Jimbly?
We don't know. Well, here's what we know. Here's what we know. In the room, which is room 2 of 100, is only photos of this man, and underneath it has a plaque that says Jimbly underneath every single one. So it's Jimbly hiking, Jimbly getting water out of the sink.
It's like a
Jimbly
fucking slideshow of his vacation. What the fuck?
But for everyone else, it's usually just a single photo. So this is when shit starts getting a little weird, though, because unfortunately, there's a couple of rooms. This is just one example of this kind of thing. There's a couple of rooms dedicated to just like a single user. In the case of the user I'm going to talk about today is Kelly Cat. These photos are largely pornographic, so it's kind of like a weird shrine of like, it's like you're walking into a room and it's just full of nudes on the wall, and it's like you're in a video game that looks like this. You know what I mean? Like it's all grainy and like 90s.
Dude, just put your porn
shit
in a file that's titled homework. Why you gotta make a whole fucking server showing off your porn collection, you fucking weirdo?
But then you have a room with just like a shitload of JPEGs that are like really jarringly real.
High quality JPEGs, like, dude.
You know, but my point is though, like the Jimbly, like that doesn't fit the graphics. It's really jarring. Like that's a photo of a real human.
It's like those video games that instead of using like digital characters, it's just like actual like motion cat, like I can't remember what they're called, but it's like real people in them. It's like I came here to see like a pixelated dude, not a real guy.
This isn't
I
like
came here for the geometry, not for the realism.
These aren't like 8-bit nudes. These are real life compromising photos of a woman.
Somehow it was
Kelly
weird.
Cat.
It was like he had 4K images, and that technology didn't even exist back then.
Right. So that's already fucking weird as shit, right? So basically it stands to reason that either Kelly Cat herself either supplied all of these photos for some reason, early OnlyFans maybe, or someone who was sexually, this was like a revenge porn thing, or like, it's not really clear.
I was gonna make a joke until you said the revenge porn thing, and now I just don't want to.
Yeah, I don't know, man. The thing is, I'm gonna move off this in a second, but it's like the point is that there was no like true moderation for what could be put up.
Right.
Yeah, I mean
they're stealing people's faces.
Deeply apparent, based on the fact that our dude in the rabbit head made all sorts of fucking crazy ass demonic shit, and like, you know, somebody running that may be like, hey, don't do that. That's not a good idea.
I'm curious what the TOS
people to a cult.
I'm curious what the TOS looked like for this fucking website in 1995. Was it like 2 sentences?
Yeah.
Yeah. So as you continue walking through these rooms, though, you start seeing more and more compromising photos, but like here and there. There's no shrines, like whole rooms dedicated like the Kelly Cat one.
Sure.
It's also like theorized that Kelly Cat was actually like kind of a bigwig in Jimbly's network, and she was kind of revered in some way.
Okay.
But I couldn't really find more information on that, but I just want to kind of put that out there. But it did seem
she was like the Ghislaine Maxwell to Epstein.
To the Epstein. So it did start to feel like Jimbly was actively trying to coax naked pictures from regulars and older players in the inner circle.
Look at the photo of him that you sent. Of course he was. That's the face of a man that manipulates women.
It's basically like you're like almost deepening their commitment to whatever the fuck you're trying to do because you have
so stupid, so very stupid.
Either connection or like a dirt on them or whatever.
To fucking, what was the name of that goddamn hardware store? To Building Supply and Worlds.com and Penny PC.
Yeah,
he's got the Penny PC hookup.
So, the investigators from 4chan eventually found a website where Jimbly was hosting all the photos of everyone who was hanging on the walls inside Worlds. Get this, guys. It was www.jimblyworlds.com/pics. Apparently, though, soon after that website was discovered by the public,
I'm sorry, discovered?
website. Yeah, so, like it was a place where he was hosting the images and
right,
it was linking in the Worlds from there, I believe.
Big jump to find it.
Yeah, it was not super hard to find. But once he did, and I think he started hosting them on more of a private thing because now that page,
not Jimbly's images.world.
Yeah, it's something else a little more discreet. Jimbly changed that link. It's just a black page that has the word darkness written on it in all red. Like, so it's a black page and it has the word darkness in red.
It's so fucking cool and sick, so dark and twisted, dude.
Oh my god, I wonder what his mind is like.
But this is also a thing too, though. Like, there was no security here. Like, these investigators were easily able to find Jimbly's real life email address, and then trace back and find photos of him that matched the ones that were on the walls inside of Worlds.com to confirm that it actually was him. Also, his email, I don't know if it's still active, but it was jambly@aol.com.
Jambly,
which is hilarious to me. But yeah, but they also did the same thing to Macgaelic, the investigators. They found Macgaelic's email address that they were operating on Worlds, and
I'm looking at like a quick Google search of Jimbly Worlds pics just to see. I was just curious. And there's like a bunch of like those really weird old grainy 90s photos of people that I think are maybe Macgaelic in real life and maybe an older Jimbly. I don't know what's happening.
I'm going to send you a photo of Macgaelic here.
Is she wearing an Ohio State t-shirt? Because that's the one I found.
Yeah. So
what is going on in this? Oh,
wow.
This is the photo of Macgaelic that is posted up on the wall. And also, you can see the photo I sent you. There's a blurred out thing in the upper left. There's another photo of Macgaelic that's just topless with like her boobs out, basically.
Cool.
And then her in-game avatar. Turns out, these investigators, as they looked into, there's the actual face. The investigators looked into Macgaelic, found out that the guy who is playing as Macgaelic on this server had been playing Worlds for 10 years.
Gasp!
No one was surprised.
is an older man, and John. The photos he's using online to be a hot something to lure people in are just photos of his wife. So
I'm gonna pass out.
So
you're standing up. Be careful.
Yeah.
He's literally posting photos of his wife on the internet instead of him.
Unbelievable.
I have a question though, because this photo of quote unquote Macgaelic is so confusing. Because the one I sent, it's basically the same photo that you sent, Kyle, but there's a cutout of a photo of her younger, I guess, wearing a pink top and just like a normal blonde lady. But then
this is addressed in one of the videos, but you keep going.
Oh, what happened to her chest? Did she get giant fucking breast implants? This is insane to look at.
the
Or is she
investigators
wearing a fucking like football pads underneath that?
Her husband is underneath the shirt.
So the investigators also flagged the inconsistencies between the I don't think it was Facebook, some social network. I think it may have been Facebook actually, where these photos were originally taken from, where it's actually multiple women that he's posting. The one in the Ohio State shirt is his actual wife. The nude photo without a head in it is actually a porn star.
Sure.
And this woman in the pink shirt that you're referring to that is cut out is an entirely different woman to begin with.
So confusing, God.
I really wish I would have saved it, but there was actually a photo of Macgaelic himself that I found, like of the man.
Right.
And but it's just, it looks like
Macgaelic Prime.
Yeah, he looks like Dick Cheney.
Okay, yeah, God damn
basically.
it. Fuck.
But imagine Dick Cheney on a fucking internet chat thing where you know that there's a whole photo compendium and you're like kind of doing the dirty work for Jimbly.
Yeah, that
go around and be
sound.
like, hi, I'm new and I'm a hot avatar. Do you want to join our cool club on worlds.com?
Yeah.
And he's just sitting there shirtless, sweating, eating Cheez-Its.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like,
yeah. I mean, you can copy paste that to basically everyone on the internet in the early days.
That's true.
Cheeto does
Or now. I mean, depending on where you are.
Yeah.
I literally have a note here that says, talk about the headless shots of porn bits. Check mark. We did it.
Got it. Copy. Done.
Guys, mission accomplished.
Sometimes I kind of just want to put my notes out just because, like, the way I write them for myself is just so dumb sometimes.
God damn it.
So, here's the thing.
Now what?
What we know.
How many more
what
men
we
are going to
know-
be posing as women?
What we know is that
We decided to do
sorry.
a podcast about the internet, Harlan.
I know. We literally.
This is like the crazy frog thing, Harlan.
We've been complaining almost every episode about like joking, like we got to end it sometime, right? And
Yeah.
somebody literally just left a comment on the YouTube being like, "Hey, you guys keep saying you're gonna end it soon, but please don't. I really enjoy the show." So again, it is a bit, and we are losing our minds, but
We don't deserve this.
It sucks too.
We as a community, as a society, did not deserve the internet.
Think about what we've talked about today.
I know.
We've talked about a pet monkey wearing a diaper and a getting killed in a gang shootout. We've talked about people putting their vaginal fluids behind their ears as a form of natural pheromone, sex-inducing perfume, and now we're talking about Dick Cheney pretending to be a big porn-titted woman, luring in
Covered in Cheeto dust.
Yeah.
covered in Cheeto dust, luring people into a weird online kink. That's what we're getting into right
My
now.
cheeks
What is this all
hurt
about?
so bad right now. Oh,
What is fucking going on with Jimbly and his crew, man? Who are these people?
the end goal.
Yeah. What is the goal here?
What's happening? Okay, so we don't know. Here's what we know. What we know is that there is some sort of thing where people felt compelled to dox themselves essentially on the internet for the purposes of further access into something. We don't know what the extra access was, if there was other things that are happening off of worlds.com, etc. The nudes that prevail in Jimbly's worlds, which is also, remember, the launch pad for this whole thing was Jimbly and erotic. Was
Right.
All the worlds are built underneath
I mean,
that.
the writing was literally on the wall for what this was.
The writing was on the
Literally
wall
all
that you
over it.
clicked on. So what's going on? We don't know.
Yeah.
No one has been able to get in and find out what the fuck is happening beyond that. Here's the other thing, guys.
God,
Jimbly has been collecting photos, lewd or otherwise, since 2005, and he's still active.
where are the fucking FBI? What is going on?
Where are the adults?
And here's the other thing too, guys. This is how easily I'm swayed. I'm even today when I was like, I should tighten up my notes for tonight because I'm a professional internet journalist. No, but I was like, I should look over this again, and I was like, is this mean spirited? And I like went on to some forums and stuff, and I was looking around, and I'm seeing people be like, Yeah. Just like Nexialist says, there's no cult, there's no weird stuff happening. We're all cool dudes hanging out.
We're
Everyone's
all
like,
just
yeah, man.
chill vibes over here.
I was hanging out with Jimbly last week. He's a cool dude, man. Everyone's like just saying, guys.
Yeah, nothing but good.
Jimbly's cool.
Nothing but good reviews.
But I've got nothing except what I can go on here to tell me that that's not true. You know, and
it's just like a gut feeling.
for a second, I was like, man, maybe this really, the Nexialist stuff, possibly, more than likely, just high internet.
Right,
like,
totally. That feels way more
stuff.
sort of innocent to me.
But it's fun because it's like this man, Nexialist. I don't know if he's a man actually. This person, Nexialist, has created such a mystique about himself that there's several videos about him in a VR chat situation causing, a ruckus. But in the case of Jimbly, there's
It's
other
disgusting.
shit going on,
I
man.
hate it, and it makes me sick inside.
It's fucking weird. And you know what, Nexialist, if you're still listening, because I know you are,
Hit us up in the DMs.
shit up. If you want to come on to this shit and talk to us and tell us what the fuck is going on, we welcome it. Because right now, at this point, I can't trust that this Jimbly situation is purely innocent.
Well, yeah,
I can't imagine the SEO on Nexialist is really firing right now. So as soon as this,
my man, yeah, I bet you
it kind of is. It kind of fucking slaps. Like, there's kind of a lot of interest. There's a whole entire YouTube channel called Down the Rabbit Hole where they talk about, every video is about this same shit that we kind of cover. But some of the darker stuff, and Nexialist, when I was doing the like keywords and stuff, it is flagged as like some of the top like search results.
Yeah, it's like a weird folklore thing almost.
Yeah.
But even today on Reddit, I found him on Reddit being like, man, there's no fucking cult on worlds.com, and everyone's like, preach, man. Like, and it's like, man, you guys, it's just exactly what the cult people would say. Like, oh, our people that we worship are they're totally innocent, they're fine.
Well, there's also like, that word cult gets thrown around a lot for just like groups of weird people that the majority of the population don't really understand, or they're kind of out of step with the quote unquote norm.
Yeah.
But so, I mean, cults, I don't know if either of these really qualify as cult behavior. It's just like this guy has created, like you said, a mystique around himself that seems more, it's more about the shock value, especially in the 90s and early 2000s. With like the whole satanic panic shit and like the new internet craze. And now there's a devil guy on worlds.com posting fucking pixelated images
Blade rabbit head.
Yeah, exactly. But like this Jimbly guy is just a fucking pervert and a creep, and I don't like that he's staring at me on Discord either. Makes me feel not good.
Even in a YouTube video I saw earlier from where I grabbed that dance party video, Jimbly's talking in chat within that video, and he's like ripping on the YouTube investigators and stuff. And it's like, okay, man, you realize this actually makes you look worse. And everyone's like,
this is quite incriminating.
Yeah, our Lord Jimbly, like, yes, anything you say is correct. And he's like ripping on the people that are covering this shit.
Yeah.
Us included now. We're part of this now.
Yeah, come at me, Jimbly, you old fuck.
Yeah. That's the thing. I don't really want Jimbly on this show, though. I want Nexialist on this show.
Yeah. We want the real guy.
Yeah, I don't want to. I've seen Jimbly's.
We want the non-cult. We want the non-cult guy.
Yeah, I want the guy that's just like into metal imagery and is just like taking the piss out of
having a good time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But the guy that's posting like nudes and porno and like shit like that.
We don't need
and, like,
anything to do with it.
No, thank you.
You can go suck dicks in hell.
Good thing this is at the end of the YouTube video.
Yeah.
Isn't it within the first 20 minutes if we said suck dicks in hell we'd be demonetized?
Like and subscribe.
I think it's within like the first like minute maybe.
Hit
It's not even
this
that
button.
important.
Hit this button to subscribe.
There is absolutely not going to be a button there.
So John's just sitting there doing this. Suck dick to subscribe.
It's gonna be a pixelated cock floating above your head. Careful what you do, guys, on this show. You never know what I can put in the edit, motherfuckers.
So true.
I know, but I kind of love almost like making you do it. Like that one episode we were like,
Dance,
click here
puppet
to
master.
do this. Click here to do that. I can't remember what the fuck that was. Anyways, we're getting off topic. But that is the end of the topic. That's all I want to fucking talk about Jimbly and his weird ass shit. He is still active on worlds.com. Nexialist is still active on worlds.com. I don't know what the fuck the Cult of Saturn is doing today. Hopefully they gave up their search for lines of code in the weird MMO game that's only being kept alive for lawsuits.
Yeah, the fact I think all of this is the fault of what the Kidron.
Yeah,
fuck that. This is all that guy's fault. I blame that guy for all of this.
Also, the next time I tell you guys that I have enough content for one episode, make me check myself. This is ridiculous. All right, everyone. I sincerely mean this. And from all of us here at 20K Leagues, please check us out on all the things. 20K Leagues Pod and all the social medias. But also, good luck out there.
Yes.
And everyone wanted to know which president was the true throat goat. And
okay, I do remember this.
And they are all some sort of eldritch monsters of yore, right?
Yes.
She was also selling videos of her farting in the jar.
I hate this so much. I hate everything about this.
yeah.